exciting being in front of a group of people. So I've got some questions to ask Tessa. Do you want to say anything before I start, Tessa, or do you want to just get straight into the questions?
I can just get straight into the questions,
Ooh,
don't mind.
Good. Can you hear us all? Is the mic okay? First question. What made you start your business club hub, and where did you get the idea from?
So, I think it was from my own kids club. So I started Tessa's Jazz Hands. I've got the uniform top on today, because you're all in uniform, so I thought I'd wear my uniform as well. So I started Tessa's Jazz Hands when I was 21. I just finished drama school, and I wanted to kind of do something which was every single week, rather than going to auditions and kind of having something different to do each week. So I started that, and I kind of thought, wait a second, how do I kind of advertise myself to the local community for free? So, because everything just cost, this was about 6 years ago, and it just cost so much money to have an eighth of the page in like a magazine, or printing flyers out. And at the time, it was only one class that I was doing, and I had 5 or 6 kids coming. It wasn't really like a profit-making business. It was a bit of fun. It was volunteering at the start kind of thing. And then as it grew, I thought, what if there was an app and a website where you could just simply type in your location, your child's age, and then what they wanted to do, and then a whole list would just come up in geographical order of where everything was. So I kind of put the idea to the back of my brain and just had like a little notebook and did little notes in when I had little ideas of how it was going to work. And then luckily a social enterprise company down in Dorset called Dorset Tech, they offered to make the whole website and the app for like a third of the price of what everyone else was charging me. And so my boyfriend at the time was like, just use the house fund that we kind of had together. So I used the money for that and did it. And so that was 3 years ago now, and it's going really, really strong, and I bought my house last year, so so that was fine. Yay!
Is your partner like the same partner as your
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I was getting a bit concerned. So I met him when I was 20, and we bought our house together last year, so hopefully the next steps are on the way. Okay. That's lovely. Tell us about Club Hub reach throughout the UK and how it can really help Rhythm Time franchisees.
Yeah, definitely. So for Rhythm Time, just to let you know, every single Rhythm Time class is now on the Club Hub app and website. So Susanna, my colleague, should be emailing you throughout this week and last week and so on with all your login details. It's all completely free, and it's just been on a directory, as all the other directories. Fantastic just to get your businesses out there, because you don't know where these parents are going to find you. And so our reach now is we get 60,000 views every month, which is mainly just through Google organic traffic. So parents searching for music classes in London, or baby to preschool classes in Birmingham, or so on. So lots of our traffic is just from parents searching on Google and finding your classes through that. And that's why I think quite a lot of people, when they hear about you, they actually do find you on the Club Hub website, because we have fantastic Google SEO rankings. So they probably say, oh, I found you on Google, when actually they might have actually found you on Club Hub.
Great, that's really good news for us.
Yeah.
Running a business is never easy, we all know that. It's got its ups and downs and its challenges. What struggles and challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome them?
Lots of different ones, to be totally honest. I think, should I do about Tessa's Jazz Hands and about Club Hub as well?
Okay.
I think mainly for Jazz Hands, it's been when there's kind of been different kids go. So for instance, there was one year where I do classes from 2 years all the way up to 11 years. And I find when they get to year 6, they do all their SATs and they do their entrance exams to all their secondary schools, but I lose a lot of them as that May, June kind of comes around. Well, actually, Easter basically. So I usually have to get ready and do a big promotion for that new kind of intake of kids. So I think that is quite challenging, is to kind of gauge when you do have quite a lot of kids at the same age, is to know that you have to get that new flux of kids in at that particular kind of time, especially when you lose a lot at the same time. So I think that's quite difficult with jazz hands. For Club Hub, it's a range of things really. I think things change all the time. Social media changes all the time. It's learning to adapt to everything around you and everything that's kind of taking place. Constantly learning, constantly picking up new things and learning what works, what doesn't work, and just kind of, I think, learning on a regular basis. And a work personal life as well. Like, I'm constantly on my phone, I'm constantly on my iPad doing everything. I'm like on the sofa watching the film, I'm like replying to emails and stuff. So I think a work-life balance is definitely probably the most challenging for all of us, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. Yes, it is. Work-life balance is really important, but that's why lots of ladies do rhythm time, because it does fit around the children. They have to drop the children off, pick the children up, and fit it around them. It's important to enter for awards to grow your business. What awards? Enter for awards is really part of your marketing. And what awards have you won? Because I know you've won quite a few.
Yeah. So I've won quite a few. I do. Who has a Twitter account? Oh, okay. Not that many people. Okay. Twitter is quite difficult. Don't spend all your time on Twitter, because parents just aren't there. People go to Twitter to kind of find out when things are wrong. So if something's broken, like, I don't know, Gmail and everything went down a couple of weeks ago, and YouTube and everything, and everyone went straight to Twitter to see what was going on. So I think Twitter is kind of like for that, but they do have lots of awards that you can win, which have the most fantastic badges that you can put on your social media and that you can put on your websites, and wherever you put all these badges in the footer of your emails. So there is, if you want to get your pen and paper out, I shall tell you when all the times of all of these are. So you've got the hashtag Queen of Award, which is, I think, from 9 AM to 9 PM on Tuesdays. And it's basically, you just get a fancy gold. If you win, you get a fancy gold badge which says Queen of, and you guys would be Queen of music, baby to preschool music classes. I think yours would be. I'm Queen of kids activities when I won, so it would be similar to that. And it's a really fancy gold badge that you get to put on your wherever you want to put it. So that's on a Tuesday. The Wednesday is hashtag Wow, which is with Jacqueline Gold, and she is the founder of Ann Summers and something else. There is another children's brand that she's ambassador of. So that's hashtag Wow, and you get a... if you win that, you get like a big one that says Wow. That's on a Wednesday. And then the main one is on a Monday, which is at 5 PM to 8 PM. And it's called hashtag SBS, and it means Small Business Sunday, I guess. That is with Thea Pathetis,
Yep.
And he is a Dragon's Den. He used to be on Dragon's Den, but he owns loads of businesses like Robert Dyers and Ryman and so on. And that is great because he does a fantastic event every year, which is completely free. And there's a big, massive community there as well. So if you win that, you get a fancy badge as well. So those are the Twitter ones. And then, so they're really great to just kind of put on your email footers. And the parents love it because they see all these badges that you've got. And they think, that you're really, really popular, which of course you guys all are. It's just proving it really. And then you've got other awards, like you've got the Hoop Awards where you get the Hoop finalists or the Hoop one, and you've got my one, which is the Club Hub one, which we had for the first time this year. So yeah, it's kind of, I know it's really difficult because parents, you kind of have to tell them all the time, can you vote for me? Can you vote for me? And it does kind of, I don't know, sometimes you have to pick the ones you want to do, because then if you tell parents constantly each week, like I know the What's On for Kids are the ones at the moment, you do have to constantly tell them all the time which ones to vote for. But it's hard to keep on top of it, but once you've got it, it's fantastic. And you can kind of prove to everyone that you are amazing at what you do.
Great, that's good advice. Do we write all that down?
I can send, there's an actual slide which I've got at home, which I can just send to you to send on.
And we can follow it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's been your greatest inspiration?
Oh, it's really difficult because, of course, you have inspiration in your family. So, my parents are amazing. They were paid for me to go to drama school, which was a lot of money, and I'm not an actor, so... so yeah, that happened. But then I have 2 award-winning businesses, so the acting probably helped with that.
Confidence.
Yeah, the confidence. So I think my parents are an inspiration for me first off, because they would want me to say that. and because they all, both of them, which I'm sure, I kind of guess the older generation is that you start, my mum was a primary school teacher when she went to teaching at 18 and then went all the way on. She retired at 60 in exactly the same primary school. And then my dad was a sound engineer for Radio 4 when he was 18 in London and then retired at 60 in the same job. So I think it's different now with, we all have different jobs that we want to do and we want to, like, I get who was a teacher or had a different job before they were in rhythm time. There you go. So, yeah, I think my parents firstly. But then also, I have quite a lot of different mentors who help me with Club Hub and help me with lots of different things. If you were who went to the Club Hub event in May? So, Junior Oganyemi, who was at the event, is one of my biggest inspirations. He created the Entrepreneur Academy, and he is just kind of that person. Whenever anything goes wrong, or if I need any advice at all, I can just send him a text and he can just help me straight away. And I think it's really important to just have that person, whether it's someone at head office at Rhythm Time, or even helping each other out. It's really important that you're a community and that you help each other out so much, because it's quite having your own business can be quite isolating, and it can be you're just by yourself, but you're not. Look at how many are here today. You're all together and you can all help each other out. A simple text message or anything really.
Yeah, support is very important. Supporting each other. What one piece of business advice would you give our franchisees to take away with them today?
Yes, so advice, I think I've heard little bits that's happened this morning, but quite a lot of people are talking about social media and how it can help your business, which it can, definitely. But I think what I've learnt a lot over the last few years, especially as when I started Tessa's Jazz Hands 6 years ago, I used to put a Facebook post up and I used to get 20 comments from parents, in Ishin where it was, and it would, I would fill my classes for the remaining places that it would be. But nowadays it's a completely different story. So I think not relying on social media is key. You need to get out there in your Rhythm Time tops and out in the community, it's, go for coffee afterwards, as Jenny said. It's kind of, go to Asda on your shop, in your Rhythm Time gear. If you're there in the local community, someone might just come up to you and say, "Oh, are you that person?" And people need 7 reminders, they say, to actually get doing something. So I think it's more about having those flyers in your bag, having all of the stuff that you kind of carry around with you. It's about being in your local community and being out there, because you never know what people are going to say to each other. They might, be having conversations in the cafe and then see you walk past, and then they'll go, "Oh, that's," and then the other lady that they're with goes, "Who's that?" And then they start talking about you. So I think it's really important to, do the summer fairs, do the, cafe, runs, and do, the supermarket shops in your rhythm time gear, because then people will see you and people will be reminded to book onto your classes.
That's great, yes. It's come full circle now. For a while, Facebook was wonderful. When I started, we didn't have any of that. It was just little leaflets, and I handed them out absolutely everywhere. I had them all the time, and I made a goal. I would give out 50 in a week, and that was my goal. I gave them out to everybody, and I used to go places to do that. It's come back to that again. You've got to get out there with your postcards, giving them out. That's really full circle, like everything does.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions for Tessa?
Can be about absolutely anything.
Well, I won't ask you that, Tessa.
Definitely. It could be about social media, about Club Hub, about jazz hands.
Oh, got a question.
So where did your income come from then?
For Club Hub, through all the packages. So it's completely free, obviously, to be listed on Club Hub, but there's lots of different packages involved that basically is the income. So firstly, there's the £2.50 package, which is literally just a website link, which will go on your Club Hub listing, which will enable parents to just click onto it. It will say the pink book now, and they'll just click straight onto it. That could be any booking link, it can be any website link, it literally can be absolutely anything. If you guys, have a booking with a booking system, you want to use that particular link, that can go in your Club Hub listing, so you're driving everyone, to that place. So that's £2.50. And then second one, which is the local boost, which is £20, which gets your listing right to the top of search results in your area. That's £20.
Is this per month?
That's for 2 weeks, the £20. So yeah, exactly, right to the top of search results in your area, wherever you are, and that's on the app and on the website, both. And then there's two more. One which is the £30 news article feature, which is basically like a press release. So when you guys have, anything that's happened, maybe you've won an award, maybe you've got a brand new class that you want featured, maybe anything kind of that you want to share any information about or news about, that goes on our blog post or our blog page, and we just share that on social media as well. And then, so that's £30. And then the last one, which is £60, which is our featured package. And that basically does everything together. So you get boosted to the top of search results, you get social media publicity, we put you on the homepage of our website, so it's all kind of like a round-off feature package. So yeah, that's all the income that comes through Club Hub is through all the packages, basically.
Brilliant. Now, Tessa is going to stay this afternoon to do a session with people.
Yeah, I'm doing the group sessions.
Doing the group session. So can we give her a big cheer? Well, thank you, Tessa.